Hello, this is LordUg. Yes, it is, and welcome to another Dimash Kudaibergen song. Now, before we do anything else, we better get the disclaimer out of the way. Sorry we have to do this, but we do. So, here we go. If you know it, you know it. Here we go. I talk a lot. I pause a lot. If you don't like someone who talks a lot and pauses a lot, then please, with my blessing, my love and respect, please feel free to move on, and I wish you all the best in finding a reactor or reactors that you are happy to listen to. But that's not me, because I talk a lot and pause a lot. So now you've had a warning, which basically means now if you come on my comments and say, you pause too much, you talk too much, then you're being stupid, because you've got a warning. And not watching the start and listening to this warning, that's no excuse. So don't make yourself look a fool. You've been warned. If you still listen, that's on you. Okay? Good. Now, let's move on. Those that are here, you know, you're the crazy ones, and I love you a lot. So let's get on with this. We're going to do The Show Must Go On. Now, I was going to do a different reaction, but I've lost my list, because I wrote it down. I wrote a list down on paper of other reactions I had to do, and right now I've misplaced it. So, professional reactor here, guys. Woohoo! No, I lost it. But I'll find it. But for now, I need to do a reaction, so we're going to do... So, I've got my Dimash list. So there we go. I might as well do one from this. And I'm looking forward to this because I like Queen. Like a lot of people, I am a Queen fan. And I think Freddie Mercury has one of the best voices ever. And I love this. I love this song. I think it's great. Show Must Go On. It's a great song. But the thing is that most Queen songs are like an anthem. They're big, massive songs because Freddie Mercury had the voice to be able to pull this off. If I remember right, Freddie Mercury never really had vocal training. It was just this phenomenal singer that just had natural ability, like Dimash does. So there's almost a parallel here, which is a good thing. One of the best singers ever in Freddie Mercury, and who's covering it? One of the future best singers ever, or probably one getting up there now, Dimash. So it's all good. So we're going to listen to Show Must Go On now. After this, because we know we get a Dimash double, I am going to be doing a song that was highly requested, and it's going to be Sinful Passion. Apparently, it's supposed to be a really good song. So I'm looking forward to it, I don't doubt it. And I'm looking forward to seeing I think it's my first Dimash video of him outside of the competition. So, yeah, it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. So let's get on with this. I actually don't know how much I'll be pausing it because I just want to hear him because I love this song. Oh, and there's one more thing, his English pronunciation. A few of you mentioned it. I really don't care, okay? I don't knock points off for English pronunciation. If he messes it up and it's his it's his own language or it's a language that you should be able to speak fluently, then yeah, I might pull you up for that. But of course, this isn't his main language since he comes from Kazakhstan, so obviously he isn't gonna speak this well. I don't know how long he'd been learning English at this stage, but I don't really care. I am not gonna mark him down for pronunciation, so be at ease, dears, be at ease. I'm not gonna do that. So anyway, now I've said all that, I'm sorry that took so long, but let's get into the song. I'm really looking forward to this. And look what we've got on the screen. We have the Dimash smile. He's hitting them with it early. It's like, I've only just got introduced and look, here's the smile. I'm going to rock your world. Here we go. This is it. So let's see what he's got. Let's see if you can rock a... You've got to come 100% with Queen. With Queen, you've got to come 100%. And Dimash, I don't think Dimash has got any other setting except 100%. I think he forgot what 99% and lower was long ago. 100% or nothing, so this should be good. Here we go. Plus his outfit looks alright. Cool. That looks cool. Oh, he's got that smile. He knows. Look at them all. I don't know what they said, but that had to be something like, oh my God, why are we still here? Because he's just going to sing and it's going to make me feel very insecure. Let's go home now and eat McDonald's. Let's go. Of course, the arrangement's going to be a little bit different with being this kind of music anyway. There he is, Frederick Mercury. R.I.P. dude.
Empty spaces, what are we living for? About these places, a wasted nose is cold.
I think personally his English isn't terrible. I can actually understand it to some extent. Alright, it's not the clearest, but that's not too bad. Secondly, it's nice to hear a song in like English, because when we be in English it helps me kind of even better understand certain things about his voice. But I love the breathiness. Usually it comes in with that beautiful breathiness, but what you've got to realise is it's all laid precisely. There's a note there. The note is being sang, and in a lot of cases people put the note in, and when you're really pulling it back, when you're really playing it softly and you're singing gently, they'll start to layer singers will start to layer the breathiness on, and the note gets kind of squashed and almost disappears, or sometimes disappears, and you're just left with breathiness, and there's no note anymore. He doesn't do that. He has a note, he layers breathiness on to the perfect level so it doesn't start to compress the note, and then boom, it's just there. It's this beautiful note where you can hear the note clearly, but there's breathiness just to add emotion, thickness, texture to it, colour. It's beautiful how he does it. Oh, I've got to go back a bit. Every time I pause, I do like to go back a few seconds.
A wasted nose is cold. Holding on. Does anybody know what you're looking for?
I love the vibrato it keeps adding on. He adds it on in little. He'll even add it on in little portions, even if it's just a quick word before it jumps to another note. He'll just add some on very quickly, just for that little bit of effect, and then he moves on. Beautiful.
And not the hero, and not the mind described. They had the curtain in the pantomime.
So soft, pantomime. So gentle.
What's in line to send anybody want to take it anymore? Show must go on.
Beautiful. You see how he placed it? Well, he's placing that note. He's looking for that note. He needs it to be there, and it's just show must go on. He just places it straight there, and you even see him like reach out and place it as if to say, I've got all these notes I can use, like 17 gazillion octaves worth, and I'm just going to take this one note here, and I'm just going to place it there, and that's going to be the start of this next phrase, and he does it beautifully. Boom. I like how he plays with the notes as well. When he goes, he don't just go like, show must go on, which some would do, just a clean note. He'll actually move the note about. See, this is where another thing plays. I was going to say this is where Dimash is smart, but he's smart in a lot of ways. So smart thing he does in this one, he likes to, he does it in all. He plays with the dynamics in amazing ways, where he'll layer just a little bit, he'll just push a little bit more breath through just to make a note. He seems he micromanages near enough every note, which wouldn't surprise me at his level. And every note is textured different ways, and he'll just add a breath on this note, take a breath on this note, add vibrato on this note, and everything is just built up. It's like building blocks. He just builds them up as he goes, but he's paying detailed attention to everything. So when he sings, there's nothing left to chance. There's nothing left to chance. Everything is precise here, and he doesn't just like, that's all that. Because some people, when they do a song, they might have favourite parts or a certain line that they like to sing, or they might find the chorus, they like singing the chorus better than the verses or whatever. You don't get that with Dimash. It's like everything is given the same attention. Doesn't matter if it's just a normal word like an and or a whatever in a phrase. he will give it as much attention as every important word in there. It doesn't matter. Every little phrase, every little note and everything gets paid attention to. You wouldn't know which are the good, important notes to him and which aren't, because he doesn't have important notes. He just cares about everything. And that's what sets him aside in some ways, that technical aspect.
Show must go on. It's on the hardest breaking. My God, my big fly.
I mean, you notice, again, you knew I was going to do this, so don't start moaning about it. You know I'm going to do it. What I find also is if you look at these people who are watching him, whether it's the crowd, whether it's the other contestants, whatever, it doesn't matter. Everybody is silent. Everybody is watching. You don't see two people just chatting away or at the contestants at the back discussing game plan or this is what we're going to do on this bit, or don't forget we've agreed to do this on this note or whatever. There's no plans. Nobody's looking at each other talking. You haven't got nobody walking round back and just interrupting things. Everybody is sat. They're quiet. They're listening. That is presence. That's power.
It's on the hardest breaking. My God, my big fly. Get back my spine. Still stays on.
Yeah, why is people? I don't know if anybody's been complaining at that, but that still stays on. It was clear. It's like, look, all right, if I'm going to give him a score so far in his English, it'd be a 5. But hey, 5 is halfway. I believe 5 is 50%. I don't look at this where somebody, well, I'll only give him a 5. No, 5 is 50. I actually am exact. If I say 5 out of 10, that's 50%. And believe me, I've heard a lot of singers who are lower than that, a lot lower. I don't know how long he's been learning English here, but he's not doing bad. And knowing him, he will learn it because he's that determined.
Whatever happens, I think it ought to change. And as it continues, and as it fed romance, on and on, just anybody know what you're looking for.
Whoa, what? Oh, no, you're not going anywhere with that one. We're going back. Rewind. Yes.
Just anybody know what you're looking for.
So, there you go. Full on rock and note, fry on it, everything. I'm going to say something, right? That was incredible. That was truly incredible. But I don't want him to do it too often. Because if your voice isn't set up for that, I mean, obviously he can do it. I'm not knocking, he can do it. That was actually perfect. If you heard that in any rocker kind of song, sorry, that my chair squeaking because it hates me. But the point is, if you heard that in any kind of rocker song or anything, or put that note next to any rocker who sings it, it'd be there, right? There's no difference. I'm actually very impressed by him. Don't get that mistaken. But his throat is like a beautiful, fine instrument. That tightens your throat up. Yeah, that will look at his throat, if you can see it. And well, that full there is gonna tighten his throat up. And the point is, right, let me give you an example. I like to do these for me and for anybody who's not really into the technical outside. Think of a surgeon. One of the best surgeons in the world who can do incredibly precise cuts and everything, and surgery that's incredible. Imagine him now juggling with scalpels. Now, he might do it and not cut himself and might be fine. But if he keeps doing it, one day he might slice his hand open and it'll affect how he does surgery in the future. That's what I'm trying to say here. I'm not knocking it. It was a beautiful note done precisely. If anything, I'm not listening to me trying to take half a point off. I'm saying it was incredible, but it's something I wouldn't keep doing if I was him. His throat is a beautiful, precise instrument, and putting that kind of load on it quickly could in future hurt him if he keeps doing it. So I hope he doesn't. I mean, I hope this would just like for the competition. Let me just blast this out there. I want to make an impression. That's it. And maybe if he did this song in future, he doesn't do that. I don't know. But I hope he doesn't keep doing it because it will hurt his throat eventually. But that was amazing. That was amazing. I'm going to listen to it one more time because it was truly amazing. And I'm very impressed by it. I just don't want him to hurt himself. Don't you know? Just a concern more than anything. But it's amazing. Because it just went up there quick, high, boom, lots of power, lots of height. That fry were beautiful. Put that, it was just enough, not too much that it started to hurt the note, not too little that it just said that it were weak. He put it on perfectly. Again, it's just something he'd planned out and he'd got it precise. But that doesn't mean it's good for you.
Aggressive learning, I must be coming now. Some journey, what's it calling now? All South breaking, but inside things it taking back into me clean.
I feel he's more confident as well. I know I'm talking less about notes in this one, but I want to. I'm not one for technicality as much if I can. I'm not an expert, like I said. I'm not a vocal coach. I just know what I know. But I'm not much for wanting to stick in that kind of lane. I love performance. I'm very much in my heart. I'm not really big on, this with this note, this with this. I mean, yeah, all right, it's impressive what he can do with the notes he can sing. But I'm less like, this is this note, this is this note. I'm more the acting side, the performance side. In SOS, that one facial expression, I mentioned it in one of the comments, that one facial expression he pulled, it lived with me for about 4 days. I was reading so much into it. I went so far down a rabbit hole that it put so much expression in this one look that I just kept going into it. What's he saying? I'm building scenarios in my head from this. It was just incredible. That's where I am. That's my passion. The outside. So with this, I'm just feeling like kind of looking more towards that passion side this time. That, how it makes me feel and what he's doing. But his confidence is growing. You can see it in him. Everything, even his movements, are getting more purposeful. Beautiful. That winter belt. He just goes straight there. Lovely. Same again, same note, just sustained it longer, as if to say, well, you thought it would impress it first time. Let me just keep that going, just to show you that I can.
Inside my heart is breaking, my wake up baby flagging back my smile.
He likes to put these inflections on words and play with them, and he'll add air, take air, and just make different colours with it. It's like he's just playing. It's like he's just playing with all these colours, and each colour is a note or a phrase, and he's just tapping them, and they're just playing. And he's got that skill to be able to do that, and it's beautiful how he does it. He'll just add a bit of air, take a bit of air, and it changes everything. Now he's got courses doing the same kind of phrase that he was doing earlier, but now he's putting more. Now the power's coming into it. Bit of belt, bit of chest, going up into mix. Beautiful. There you go. See what I mean? By more control, more power, more confidence. Look at this. It's like hold his hand up, boom, stop. And I know it's been rehearsed, but still, he took control of it. And it's like if he'd have done it a little bit late, a little bit early, it'd look weird. But it was just boom, straight away, instrument stop. Then, boom, stamps his foot. Okay, you can come back in. I'll let you. And all the instruments come back in with him. He was the conductor there. He was conducting the instruments and everything. Just stop, play. Here we go. Powerful. This is what I want to see. And it suits him the movement he does. He don't like do anything that looks weird or out of place. You know, he don't like jump about because it doesn't suit his personality, or I should say his stage personality. It does not suit his stage personality, and he doesn't try to step out of that. He puts what his stage personality is, and it's strong. That makes it strong. When you start to try and be something you're not, that's when it starts to show, and you start to look awkward and weird, and you know, it don't look right. But he doesn't do that. He doesn't have that problem. Nice. Still on that belt. I think that would mix. Probably mix or just really powerful head voice, but I'd say it would mix. Just really a lot of power in it. Beautiful. Again, we've got that head bobbing. I still think that's stylistic. I still don't believe that he needs that. I don't think it does anything for him. It's just he does it for show. You know, it's a good move because it makes you feel like he's putting a hell of a lot into it. But to be honest with you, he's probably not putting anywhere near as much into it as you think, and he doesn't need to. He's got so much control. Amazing. Oh, there we go. Oh, I like that. Hell yeah. He's feeling it now, because I'm feeling it now. I'm getting worked up. I'm getting tense with it now. It's like I want him to just go on. Imagine it might when he kind of just threw his hand out, then just brought it back in real quick and just straight to his mouth. It was a nice little move. Yeah, bang, straight back in. I'm going to actually mention instruments this time because I don't usually mention them, because no offense, but I'm here for Dimash, and you know they're a different thing that are out of his control. That's why I don't talk about lighting much either, because of that same thing. But the instruments here are really making this. They're guiding him a bit, he's guiding them a bit. It's really working well together. Yes. Beautiful. That was powerful. See, that was a nice move. He could have just dropped to his knees. When you drop to your knees, it's almost like there's a begging or a sadness, or you know, something that makes you fall to your knees almost in a I give him kind of way. But this wasn't. He drove it down. He drove himself down. He drove the microphone down. Everything went down because he was saying show must go on, and he just shoves himself down and anchors himself, then just starts. That's how you need to do it. You need to throw yourself down. If you're not going to do that, it's weak. That would have been weak if we'd have done it any other way. That was just how it needed to be. If you're going to do that kind of thing, he didn't need to throw himself down, of course. But if you're going to, then with this kind of song, you have to power yourself down, because that's what kind of song this is. 100% power or don't bother. You can't show weakness in this. He's been powerful through all this. Not an ounce of weakness, and he has to keep that up. Even throwing himself down on his knees. Here we go. Down you go. You see, he even drops mic down. You'll see he pulls mic up, and then as he drops down, he pushes it. It's almost like he's punching it down into the floor. Beautiful. Now we've started to really belt it now. Some people just don't know how to take it in. Okay, you'll get some people that clap along, some people that'll laugh, some people that'll whistle or cheer, and you get somebody like that gentleman there who's just like, it takes up all your senses. It's like you can feel it in everything. and it just, you feel it go through you. It's in everything that you are. And for a second, you're just in this place where you're locked in. You can't think about how to cheer for this or how to clap for this. You're just mesmerised by it. And that's what he is. That's kind of how I get. I get less about, oh, clapping, and more about just locked in on the performance, so that I almost seem like I'm stunned. But I'm watching everything in detail because I love the performance. You won't even realise it, but his hand is actually steering. I'm not going to go into details, but his hand's actually steering some things that are going up in his body. You know, it's like he's using it as a guide there. You know, when things are coming in, and he's just changing certain details, micromanaging, and that comes with that. But it builds into the performance, so you wouldn't even realise. See, that his hand's stopped now. He's just kind of tilted it back a bit. He's now just easing things inside him, and that's guiding him. Then he brings it down, his hand down with notes. Oh, that's a nice note. Oh, yo, that's clever. Go on, finish it. Oh, I hit my keyboard a bit too hard there, sorry. I'm a bit built up with that. And then tried to punch my keyboard through. Sorry. Yeah, so that finish was actually really good. It got me going. But that was really clever when he went, show must go. And he sung a really powerful high note with go. And you're like, wow. And then he just skipped it, boom, straight up into this, it's got to be something like a C6, D6, I don't know. It's up there somewhere. But my mind's just a bit rolling right now. And then he just grabbed that note as if it's there, boom, just went straight up to it. And then just dropped to his knees and powered it down. Little turn there, his head. Oh. There. A little turn just lets him turn the note downwards, because sometimes coming down from a high note string is going to drop it down. It can sometimes be a bit harsh on ears. Not harsh as in an uncomfortable way, but harsh as in it might not sound smooth. So just that little variation at head lets him switch the note to a downward note, and then it just drops down and it sounds a lot smoother from the top end. So watch. See, little shake, and then as he came back to the microphone, it started to go down. It started to go down because he'd done that just to transition. That was incredible.
今天大家都拼了，拼了，真的都。怎么样？
Wow. He's incredible. You know, it's like you can imagine him going back to call on the next person. It's like, yeah, I just saw him catching a bus, and they've all gone. They said something about this just isn't worth it. They've all left. They've all gone. I mean, he sang "Show Must Go On." It's probably just closed the show down, and everybody's gone home. It's like, yeah, they said something about we're going home. They caught a bus and went. And it's like, okay, Dimash shuts the show down by singing "Show Must Go On." But yeah, that was incredible. I'm sorry it wasn't much in the. This is a G4 or a D. I'm sorry. I just like that song a lot. It's because I'm a Queen fan, and I just wanted to enjoy it. I tried to do what I could and react to what I could, but that was incredible. That was incredible. And that's a 10, guys. That's a 10. That is a 10. That's somebody who did 100% on a Queen song and absolutely nailed it. Every part of it. You know? Freddie Mercury would have been here and had just been sat there with a big smile on his face thinking, that kid has just done me proud. Amazing. Amazing. Right, we're going to jump to Sinful Passion, otherwise I'll be just sat here all day going, amazing. Amazing. Which gets boring eventually, but yeah. So let's go on to Sinful Passion. Okay, so here we are. And of course, this isn't Dimash. Sorry, it's just the host of the show. Is obviously introducing him, so let's get to it. This has got subtitles on, so we might as well use them. Now, I'm guessing that this translation won't be exact. It rarely is, but it'll give a kind of an idea of what the song is about. But hey, let's get to it.
Казахстан всегда гордился и гордится своими талантами. Сейчас на сцену выйдет представитель уже нового поколения казахстанских звезд. Парень раньше нас, друзья, с вами понял, где больше зрителей, поехал в Китай.
Yeah, it's like, hey, yeah, they've got a massive audience in China. Let me get over there. Clever guy.
И, между прочим, там, внимание, победил.
By the way, attention, he won The Voice. Okay, I'm a little bit is that a different competition to what we've just been watching? To what I'm watching now? Because I'm sure people told me that in comments that he came second, and like it was like a national treasure guy about 50 years old who came first. So I don't know. I'm just saying he's saying he won The Voice, or is that a different show that I'm listening to, or did he actually win it? I don't know. I'm just asking. So I'm sure some of you will explain it to me. Here we go.
Победил в проекте «Голос»
Who won
в
it?
Китае. Человек
A
из
man from
Казахстана
Kazakhstan
победил
became a winner.
с хитом А-студио «Грешная любовь». Впервые на новой волне.
Sinful Passion.
Прорыв
Here we go.
года. Димаш Кудайбергенов.
Breakthrough artist
Песни
of the year.
«Грешная страсть».
Let's just see what he's got with this. I'm excited for this one. Okay, yeah, beautiful stage. Like I say, I don't usually cover lighting on that because it's not usually, I'm usually concentrated on the artist, so I don't usually go into the stage. I mean, if I was there and I was the artist, I'd really be thanking every one of the lighting engineers and everything. You've got to thank everybody. But at this point in time, I'm just here for him. So, but the lighting's beautiful and great. Let's move on. Here he is. Ooh, that's beautiful. That breath in a sonnet again. That's what I was talking about. Layers it on just enough so the note doesn't get touched. So beautiful, so precise. Oh, hear that? It went so light with that. They almost went to just breath. Almost. It almost. That wasn't too much breath, but it made the note so gentle that the breath. It doesn't matter how much breath you put on. It's going to almost sound like breath anyway because the note was so soft. Beautiful. And he's going low, very low. You hear that? Vocal fry. He went, oh. This bit here. What he does is, what it seems like he did there, he went an octave lower, into an octave lower, did a little fry on it, and then brought it up into the octave above and started singing. What that does, it puts body on the note, so it seems like it's thicker than it normally would be. It's not just a note, it's now thicker because you feel that there's a weight to it. It's adds darkness or meat to it. It's beautiful. Puts an aura onto it that sounds really nice. Listen, you just hear it just before we starts singing words. That is the clever thing of this performance. We could put out a clever thing because he does so many clever things. We'd be here all day. But this is the clever thing of this performance. Adding a little bit of fry onto the low end will just put a little bit of body on your nose. That's beautiful singing. Nice flow to it. I love how he just drops that depth there. Just drop it. It plays with notes so beautifully. It's hard to explain how the versatility he's got, the agility he's got, and he knows he's got it. but he plays so softly and gently with notes to such precision that you're taken aback with it.
Но в стуже сердце озарило, как весна. Только ты одна. Дай мне,
Oh,
дай мне.
I mean, you've got words saying "give me," almost like you're requesting or begging or whatever. But he puts it in his words as well. It's not just the lyrics. It makes you feel. It's not just some guy singing these lyrics and you're thinking, oh, the lyrics mean that you're asking for something or begging for something. No, his voice tells it you. His voice tells you that's happening. That beautiful air, breathiness.
Пылать во мгле и ненастье. Дай мне.
And then when he does this, and he brings in a little bit more power. It almost feels like there's a strengthening to his position, to whatever he's requesting or begging for. There's almost like he's adding more importance onto what he was saying, and he's just kind of bringing power into his request. It's beautiful how he does it. He plays so precisely.
Дай мне, ночью и днем сгорать в костре грешной страсти. Ночь замкнула ресницы.
That is so beautiful. Right, another clever thing he does, out of all the millions of clever things he does, here's another one. He sings the same note different ways, so he gets more mileage from notes. Like, he'll sing, let's say, just for an example, a D5, and he can sing that. He might sing that in like a mix. He might be able to sing that in a mix, but then he'll sing that same D5 later, but he'll now sing it in his head voice. He'll basically come down with his head voice something and sing the same song. Like here, he's singing similar notes than he was with the other, but because he's singing it in a lighter way, in like a head voice, it makes it sound completely different notes that he's singing. So he can sing a note and then a very similar note, but just change it to head voice instead of, say, mix, and it sounds like two different notes completely. He plays with everything.
И вокруг тишина.
That's me. I'm guy with triangle. That's it. That'd be that's as much as my expertise is. I'd be walking around with this little case when all kind of orchestra are getting together or band, and I'd be walking around with my little triangle case and just kind of open it up and just pull it out. Ting. Yeah, that'd be my introduction. Yeah. I'd even do a Dimash smile at the start as if say, yes guys, I'm going to rock your world with my little triangle. Ding. That'd be it. I'd introduce myself. Hey, I'm Dimash's triangle hitter. Ding. That'd be it. That's me then. That's my party band. Everybody else can do complicated stuff. I'm going to sit there with my little triangle. Ding. Let's carry on. Here I am, my big moment. Bing.
Забыты звуки, руки, лица. Не нужна только ты одна.
And the lyrics are very beautiful as well. It's a beautiful song. It's kind of, touching me a little bit, this song. I'm not joking. It's really nice.
Околдован тобою.
The vibrato, beautiful. Dimash's vibrato is beautiful. I don't want to pause. Believe it or not, the pause king, me, Michael, pause king, I don't want to pause. This song is really so beautiful.
Молдован тобою. Выпью зелье до дна.
Oh! Vibrato when using his tongue that way.
Выпью зелье до дна.
There! Look at his tongue! His tongue! I mean, I've seen that. I don't see people usually do vibrato that way. Oh, that's interesting.
Выпью зелье до дна.
Oh!
И ты вернешь меня из бездны в этот мир. Только ты.
Oh, he's doing it again. You hear that cry? Listen to that cry. Oh, there's a cry on end. Listen. On end. That cry does everything because it just tears into your soul. It's like, oh, Dimash, why? It just tears you apart. Oh, and that kind of hum there, that humming run. Beautiful. Every single note in that run, every single was just perfect, clear, precise. Oh. Again, I was talking earlier about his hand movement guiding something. He did it here, look. When he went, I'm not sure what he's saying, so I'm going to say die meh, I don't know. But he went, die meh. When he went, die, he just flicked that note out. It's like, boom, there it is. Like he's placing it again. He's just placing that note. He does that at times, but he puts it into a performance. He don't just kind of have these hand movements guiding what he's doing in his body, but he'll actually put them into the performance so they look like they fit. But at the same time, they are guides he's using to what he's doing. Beautiful. And there's that power again starting to leak through. I'm sorry, I feel I'm bad on notes today, but I had Queen. I just wanted to listen to that, and this one's so beautiful. I just want to listen. I'm sorry, I just want to listen with you guys. I'm trying to react the best I can, but this one's got me a little bit. This is, it's beautiful. Oh, wait. So it went a bit wider with his mouth there. If you listen to it the first time, it's like his mouth's more rounder, so it goes die, and then that second time his mouth's wider. I know my notes are awful. I'm sorry. I've got a pretty bad cold, believe it or not. That's why I'm a bit croaky when I'm talking. I can't help it. Do it best I can. But yeah, so that was what that were. He actually incorporated two different styles there to sing the same bit, but it had a massive effect. One sounded a bit more classical, a bit more almost operatic. That die, open it like O, like you're doing the letter O, and then the second time was a bit more kind of pop rock kind of thing, like die comes wider. We're going somewhere here. Of course, we're going to the beautiful high notes. I'm really sorry to pause it on here, but I love how he anchors himself. Look his position. He takes that one step, he anchors his feet, he's in a very classical pose, he's got his body nice and straight, everything's pointed where it needs to come out. It's just precise. Relax. Wow. I don't even want to guess. What? I'll have a shot at it. It's got to be sixes again. It'd be like C6, D6, something like that. Is it an E? I mean, actually, it might be an E6, that. I don't know. My mind's a bit thinking about this. This song's got me a little bit. There's so many things to dissect in this, and I'm never going to be able to dissect it all in one go. Let's go. Let's carry on. Sorry, I didn't want to disturb that run at all. It was beautiful. But listen to the reverb on this, like an echo on the mic to kind of emphasise that the beautiful noise that he's making. Listen. That in the background. Just listen to how the mic's got that on. Because even though it's live, of course, you can put effects on the microphone. And this, they put some bit of reverb on, tiny bit of delay. Boom! It's beautiful. And listen to it. It just has this. It gives a bit of more of a haunting effect on it, because there's another. His voice in the background just still echoing, as if it's just going into the void, just disappearing. And it's beautiful. Now we talk about this part. That's cultural. That's something to do with where he comes from in the world. Is, certain places in the world. It's like me. I tried to once learn Chinese. I couldn't get my tongue around most at words and characters and that. I had a hell of a time. But that's because my mouth weren't set up to do them kind of things. Because in China they are, because it's in that normal way. So your body's built to be able to do the things. It's like in some African countries, do that clicking sound. I tried that once no. I sound awful. I sound like an elephant with laryngitis. It was terrible. So I gave in. But so this is a cultural thing. Where he comes from, you can bet this is where they do it. Where you can bet I'm not saying everybody does it, but you can bet it's a lot more. It's a lot more regular than it is outside of that, and he's taking advantage of that, and it's a beautiful idea. But there's one last thing I want to add. Listen to this. This is a weird thing about this. Here. That's beautiful. But why do I feel sad? I don't know why, but for some reason, that's beautiful, but it makes me sad. It's almost like it's a cry. It's, cry to someone, or cry for something, or someone, but it's beautiful, but it's sad. Really sad. Let's carry on. No. Ooh. Now it makes get it some. What the? Oh! It's still going. No, where is it? Need that. Sorry, that's my chair, it hates me. Give me a second. Right. I need to look at something. I'm sorry about this, please forgive me. Right, where's that start? It starts there, I missed it. What the hell was that? Is it there? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I just tried to work out where it starts, because I need this for a reason. There's a full mixed bell. I think I'm a bit late. I'll add a second on. That beat was a timer. Wow, okay. Let's run here, it's live. Okay. God. I will need to have 2 seconds on. Okay. That was 25-second. Sorry about that. I needed to time that. That was reach up, put it up there. That was a 25-second run. That was a 25-second segment with runs, flips, and all sorts done in that, and vibratos and all sorts from just non-stop. 25 seconds in, like, started off in a mixed belt, just going through, running down into the depths of wherever it can go, right down, low, low. It was kept low, and it just kept running down, and 25 seconds worth. That is breath on top of breath. It's almost like he must have had an air tank on his back and just took a breath halfway, but he didn't. He did it all in one. Wow. Okay, that's impressive. Let's just finish it off. I love that. You can imagine conversation between pianist and guitarist there, can't you? Jim and Bob, we'll call them. So guitarist is like, "Oi, Jim, what's up, Bob? Did he do that in rehearsal?" "No, Bob. Didn't think so. Damn, he's good." That's what that's me imagining the conversation. I'm sorry. Look at him, he seems stunned. Did he really do that? That pianist looks emotional to me, like he's like he's really feeling that song, really feeling it. So that's what you want, though. You're a good-looking guy, Dimash. Stop it. You got given way too much in life. Yeah, when God were putting you together, he just thought, I'm just going to give him everything. Give him a great voice and great looks and great this, great that. Oh, okay. So, there you go. That's my reaction to Sinful Passion. Quick thoughts about it. Probably one of the best songs I've heard in the last 5 years. And I'm on a bet. And I've heard hundreds of songs in the last 5 years. Thousands even, maybe. I don't know. Just many. And that is easily my favourite in the last 5 years, maybe longer. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. And what he did with it, that part with the cultural thing, but it was so, I don't know, it felt so sad, but it was beautiful. And it's high note and that. I'm sorry, I feel like I've been a bit of a waste this time. I haven't gone into notes or anything really. I've been blown away. I love that Queen song, and then this one I just want to listen to it about another 50,000 times. This is one of my favourite songs I've heard in a long time. Wow. So anyway, thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this reaction. I'm sure this video's longest one I've done because it was 2 long songs. I've reacted a lot to. I've spoke a lot in both of them. I hope you forgive me for that because that's just what I do. I can't change that. That's who I am. But if you've enjoyed this, if you're crazy enough to have enjoyed this, then please maybe leave a like because you guys are so amazing at that. You certainly take care of me and you keep being so supportive, and I'm so grateful. Thank you. And I love to hear your stories, how you got onto Dimash and all that. You keep telling me those as well, which is really nice. So thank you. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, please click the like and maybe click and maybe subscribe if you want to see more. Well, I say if you want to see more, I'm going to do more anyway, so you don't have to subscribe to see more. You'll see more anyway. But if you just want to subscribe, do so. And if you click the bell, then you can also have a Sinful Passion. I don't know what that means, but hey, click the bell and have a Sinful Passion. It's fine. I'm going. You take care. Bye for now.